Well, we are loading up the boat. We are about to push off the dock, and hopefully we're going to go catch a bunch of shrimp. Last night we got word that the shrimp are running, and my friend Shelby, shout out to her, she's the one who actually told us. It's gonna get dark here probably in like 20-ish minutes, so we're heading out now to get a spot, because normally the way shrimping works is the first night there's not many people, but then the second night there's a lot, and it's also a weekend, so there might be a lot of people out here doing the same thing that we're trying to do. So, got Fisher and Gabby on the boat, Victor's behind the camera, and then my mom and dad are up front.
Say hi, guys.
Hi.
We're ready.
So we just threw the anchor. We're at the Hillsboro Inlet. The lighthouse is just over there. And we have an incoming tide, so usually this is the tide that you want to catch shrimp on. So now it's just a matter of waiting. The sun's not completely down yet, but we have these lights, these floodlights on the boat that my dad installed that he calls our shrimp lights. It literally even says shrimp down here on our panel, shrimp lights. And a lot of times you have those green lights that you stick in the water, and we used to do that with the batteries, and we had to always make sure the batteries were charged, and we had just batteries all over with the lights hanging in the water. But these floodlights actually work just as well as those green lights in the water, so you don't have to bring as much. So you just bring your nets and you have the lights on the boat. Now it's just a waiting game. We're all just staring into the water hoping to see the first shrimp.
Shrimping is a good waiting game. I just have always, my entire life, loved looking in the water, whether it's daytime, nighttime. Nighttime can actually be a little more exciting because you might see things swim by that you don't normally see during the day. You might catch an eel. All kinds of little sea creatures come by at night, and it's just fun. I could sit on a boat and stare into the lit water for hours and not catch anything. A good friend of mine, Andy Barron, used to call me when I was young. He lived in Miami, I lived in Fort Lauderdale. He'd call me up, the shrimp are running, you gotta get down here. I'd throw all my gear in my van, drive to Miami, we'd get set up. There were no shrimp running. There'd be like, we'd catch like 12 shrimp. But it was always fun, and I'd fall for it every time. Next week he'd call me again, the shrimp are running. He just wanted me to go down there and stare in the water with him. I'd drive down there, we'd get maybe this much in my bucket, but we didn't care. We were staring in the water at night, and it's just a fun thing to do. And if we catch them, great. If not, we all came out here on a beautiful night and stared in the water.
Right now the shrimp are running really, really well in Miami, but a lot of times when the shrimp run in Miami, we don't even ever get to see them. We need a southeast wind to blow those shrimp from Miami into our inlet to be able to get them where we are currently. So right now in Miami, people are catching a bunch of them, but here, supposedly it's only been going on for one night. So we're hoping it happens again tonight. We just saw our first shrimp of the night, so time to grab the nets. Yay.
So we just saw our first shrimp. It's only been dark for about 30 minutes, and hopefully they keep coming in.
Okay, just be careful that you don't make a hole in the T-top.
That's the only thing.
I guess I gotta be back here then, to be honest.
You can whack someone in the head, but you can't whack the T-top. Is that a fish? Get that! It's a fish! Yes, it is!
It is. Yeah,
yes,
it
is!
Yes, it is.
Is it dead?
No, it was live.
What is it?
It's a chub.
Oh, it's so cute! Wait, Fisher, shine the light on him.
It's a little... Can I take him out of the net and put him on the deck?
He was just floating.
He looked like he was dead.
Yeah, I thought he was dead too.
I didn't think it was a fish.
It's a little baby chub.
He is a little chub.
Hi, chubby. It's the smallest chub I've ever seen.
Let him go. Wrong species. Right there. Here comes the shrimp.
Gabby's first shrimp.
She got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabby's first shrimp.
Yay.
Sorry, Vic.
What do I do with him now?
You leave them in there.
Oh.
If you can, shake them down. Yeah, perfect. And then that holds them in there. And you don't have to empty it out till you get like 20 or something. You'll notice it'll start getting heavy and then you'll want to empty it. You're searching hard, Mom, huh?
I have been searching so hard.
Oh, no, one. Oh, deep, deep, go deep.
There you go.
Oh, you got What?
Look at this side. Look at this blue claw.
Wow.
Wow, look at how blue this one is. It's only got one claw.
Yeah. That's a big one. You usually see small ones.
You missed a big shrimp.
Oh no.
Right there.
There's
right
one.
There, right
There's
there.
one.
Oh,
There we go.
Got him. They're shining under
Yeah,
the.
put it
right
close
there,
to the
right
boat.
There you go. 3.
there. There's one out there. And they're swimming
two.
in
Get 'em both. Get 'em both.
I can't get it. I can't. Wait,
Get this
right
one.
there, Gabby, right there. And another one out further.
Oh, you got one of them. Could have got a double.
Listen.
He's right there.
Still there.
He came back up.
Nope.
Oh man.
You can still get him.
Get him, Vic, get him.
Hold on.
You need revenge. Oh, I think you got
You
him.
might have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There he
you got
is.
him. You got him.
Got you one.
I bet they tried.
There's another. Got you another. It's picking up.
Picking up a little bit.
Oh no, they're coming now.
Yeah.
Coming in like groups of 2 or 3, sometimes 4.
They're coming really fast.
This is Gabby's first time though, so she doesn't have the hang of it just yet. They're jumping out on her. Here's one.
Oh! You got him.
Good job.
See it?
That was a little one.
Oh yeah, it was kind of small.
Oh, right there. Gabby, are you ready to empty your net? Put your net, like the entire head of the net over the bucket. Yeah, perfect. And now we just let them go down the shrimp waterfall.
I thought I heard Frankie's voice.
How many did I get?
Uh-oh,
Oh man.
you missed them. There we go. It looks like you got a dozen or something. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14!
Yay!
Gabby's first 14 shrimp. And the sad thing is that Gabby's allergic to shrimp, so she can't even enjoy them, but she's having fun catching them at least. You want to empty yours yet, Dad?
Here.
I will.
Okay. There we go. We got some shrimp.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of boats out here. Now there's probably getting close to like 20 boats out here. And then the docks are also lined with people with nets with lights as well. So it's definitely picking up now, better than it was like 30 minutes ago. Haha! Got my first one. Got him.
There's a net. Huh?
Right here.
Huh?
Got him.
You want me to get
Oh,
the
it's
net?
definitely picked up. That's 3 in a couple seconds.
Can we get the net? The land shark guy?
What's up?
Oh, got him.
Here's one. Right along the side of the boat in the shadow. Straight down. Straight along the side of the boat. There's one out there, Brook. Now.
Oh, that's too far.
There's one close, Brook. Right down.
Got him.
Got him.
How's the shrimp bite out here?
You'll get like 2, 3, and then you won't get any for like a couple minutes, and then 2, 3. It's like they just like come in little like waves.
We were the first boat out here, and now there's
Yeah.
at least 20 boats.
Yep, there's a lot of people out here now.
These guys will get you. Shrimp have a horn right here. If you've ever used live shrimp as bait and you're reaching into the bucket, that thing will get you right there. Just like a lobster's got that spine sticking. That's his defense mechanism right there.
I think it's time for pepper shrimp. They stopped running, but we got enough for an appetizer of pepper shrimp. Let's go do it. Let's go pepper shrimp it up.
Let's go shrimp.
Are you cooking?
I'll cook. Victor's been bugging me for days about he's tired of doing all the cooking, so I'm gonna cook the pepper shrimp tonight.
That's not the story.
That's not the story.
I hear Deb about all these stories of how Brian used to cook pork chops and all this good stuff. I'm like, hey man, why don't you ever do it for us? So we're gonna get to experience some pepper shrimp tonight.
Let's go, Brooke.
Gabby, what did you think of your first shrimping experience?
It was so much fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I caught me a big one. I got myself one shrimp.
How about you, Mom?
I had fun being out here with you guys. A beautiful night. Look at the moon. All these people out here. It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad we got out here when we did because it's slowed down a lot. And this is about to be the end of incoming tide, and then it's going to switch to outgoing. Sometimes they get so far pushed in here that on outgoing, they're already inside the intercoastal, and then they come back out of the intercoastal on outgoing. But I think we're going to head home and eat them as fresh as you can possibly get them. So let's go. The good stuff in here and the bad stuff in there.
Yeah.
Bye, Gabby.
Bye, thank you so much.
Thanks for
See ya.
catching all of our shrimp. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to clean it. Here's your shrimp. They're all kind of this size. There's not really any giants. Like that might be the biggest one that we caught. Sometimes we get some colossal shrimp, but that was the biggest ones that we got. You're gonna pinch the head like this, and you just pinch the head right off, and make sure you get this other set of legs with it. So they have, I don't exactly know the correct terminology of a shrimp, but they have like 2 sets of legs. So you have one set here, one set here. You want to get rid of this set. What number are you on? Or you don't know?
19.
20. Okay, so again, pinch. See how that time I just took the head off? I want to get these legs off too. So make sure you take those legs off. Just like that. And now your tail is ready to be thrown in the pan. $53,
54.
$55.
56.
They do have a vein, and it usually comes out when you pull the head off. Look, you see? That's the vein, and it comes out. Remember?
Kind of like lobster.
That's 64. 65.
66,
67.
68,
69.
70,
71.
76.
77.
Okay, so now we got the bucket of heads
We used to save them.
that you can save or...
Make a good stock out of them.
Oh yeah, you could do that too. And then here's all of our tails. And now we're gonna wash them off.
I was sitting at home one day bored watching Paula Deen cook, and she made something called pepper shrimp. And I watched her make, I never watch cooking shows, but I watched this one Paula Deen where she made pepper shrimp. And I was putting my shoes on, and Deb's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "To Publix to get some shrimp. I got to try this pepper shrimp." Now, when you come back from shrimping and you eat shrimp, you know, like minutes after you've cleaned it, it's amazing how different super fresh shrimp is, because shrimp is something that kind of goes bad relatively quick. That's why you usually buy frozen shrimp at the store, because fresh shrimp doesn't stay fresh very long. But this is fresh. So I'm gonna put a whole stick of butter. I wish we had more shrimp. We only have like 78, but that gives us like 15 each. And I'm gonna crank this heat on high. Melt some of that butter up. Pepper shrimp and beer at 9:12. Usually we're doing this at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. But it was it died out early on us today.
I like any recipe that starts with a whole stick of butter.
Well, usually I use a whole stick of butter with, you know, 3 times this much shrimp, but I just threw it in there. We don't have to drink it, whatever's left, you know. We're just gonna have our shrimp saturated in it. So I'm gonna start laying a little pepper in there, because when I watched her, she kept pouring and pouring and pouring the pepper, and Paula Deen kept saying, you can't have too much pepper in pepper shrimp, and she just kept shaking that pepper in there. So I think that's the secret when you're making pepper shrimp. Just keep adding the pepper in there. You can't have too much. Okay. Paul Dean said you can't put too much pepper. So I'm gonna douse these babies in pepper, because that's the only ingredient we're gonna use. This is called pepper shrimp. Super easy. 1 ingredient, well, 2 ingredients, butter and pepper. Look at that. Look at them turn. We're gonna try not to overdo it. We're just gonna make sure that they all turn nice and evenly red. And all that nice pepper and butter.
What do you guys think about my dad cooking in this episode? We literally have been home. It took us, what, minutes to clean the shrimp. We got to the dock, we took the thumbnail, cleaned the shrimp within minutes, and they're already in the pot. These are as fresh as you possibly can get them.
Yeah, it's only 9:15. Oh man, these are starting to smell and look good. They just need a little bit more. I still see a few that aren't quite cooked all the way. Okay. I think they're done. What do you think? Yeah, they're done.
Swimming an hour ago.
Swimming in salt, swimming in butter.
Sometimes little ones, I don't even take the shell off. I just eat it whole. I can't wait.
You're one of those people?
Mm-hmm. I eat the shell.
That's the best way to eat shrimp. Right after you're done shrimping, just so fresh. There's my last one. So what do you think, Vic? I finally cooked for you.
You can step in the kitchen again.
This is a pretty complicated recipe.
It works. It works. You think all that pepper, you're like, oh no, don't do that. Don't keep pouring pepper. It just goes. Shrimp and pepper goes together.
How long have we had our boat for?
6.5 years.
So before we had our boat, we used to go shrimping off the dock at the inlet, or sometimes we used to go off the pier. Going off the pier was really hard because you had to have like 3 extensions onto your net, and you had to like lean over the pier and try to scoop these shrimp like however high up the pier is, and your ribs would be bruised the next day from leaning over catching shrimp like that. But anytime we ever used to come home from shrimping, we'd clean the shrimp, and we always made that recipe, and we'd sit here whatever time it was. Sometimes it was 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, and we would eat fresh shrimp, and then we would always freeze the rest of the shrimp. And frozen shrimp is excellent, and we love eating shrimp, and we use shrimp in a lot of our recipes, so it would have been nice to catch more, but that was absolutely delicious and a nice little treat for us because we haven't caught shrimp in quite some time. The legal limit where we are is a 5-gallon bucket full, and I think we just like grazed the very bottom of the bucket. You know, we didn't get a lot, but we still had a lot of fun. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. There's baby Jed and baby Brook with my dad with a cooler full of shrimp.
And a flounder.
Right?
Yeah, and that's Jed with a flounder. And there we are, eating pepper shrimp. There's me in my little high chair.